This recording is to accompany business communications, polishing your professional presence. In this chapter, which is chapter 1, we will discuss becoming a successful business communicator. The questions that I hope that you are able to answer at the end of this chapter include: why should you study business communications? Why is business communications challenging? And finally, what do you consider as characteristics of successful business communications? Let's begin with, why should you even study business communications? Well, studying business communications will offer you many benefits, but two in particular stand out. First, in the job market and at work, being a good communicator will give you a competitive edge against most people who do not possess that first-rate communication skills. Secondly, being a good communicator contributes to your professional and personal success. When you consider these, think about where you want to be. Think about where you've been, and think about the goals that you have to becoming a clear, concise, positive communicator. Now, why is business communications challenging? Well, often we consider it because it's a valued commodity in the workplace. It can enhance your professional and personal success. Research confirms the communication will help you, the employee, and your employer in a variety of ways. Communication skills will make you a more valuable employee. Communication skills will definitely improve your salary and your viability in the workplace, and good communication skills will have a positive impact on your life outside of work. Even the most basic communication, though, is complex. And let's talk about that. When we talk about the complexity of business communications, we have something called a transaction model. And in this transaction model, we're talking about how information goes from point A to point B and what needs to happen in that process. Well, a transaction model of communication, as illustrated, helps explain how communication works and why in some instances it doesn't. First of all, we have the message. And this is the sender encodes this message. Then the sender selects a medium. How am I going to communicate this? Will it be written? Will it be oral? Then the receiver decodes the message. The receiver encodes and feedback and then selects a medium. And then the sender and receiver communicate back and forth, and hopefully the concept is that you're sharing meaning. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. We have something called barriers to communication. Barriers are simple obstacles. They can be in a variety of complex natures, such as psychological barriers, physiological barriers, semantic, we're using different lingo, different languages, and even mixed messages. Communication makes this very, very challenging. Context influences the purpose of communication, and the best medium to use in communicating the message sometimes really depends on your audience. Well, we also have something called multiple audiences. And with multiple audiences, they possess multiple challenges. Communication typically occurs among multiple people, and they encode and decode back and forth, and sometimes information gets lost or important details in the message. And you need to remember, in your class, in your work, we all come from different contexts, backgrounds, concerns, and agendas. In the figure that's in front of you now, I want to consider the characteristics of quality business communication. Basically, to break it down, strategic, professional, and adaptable. Strategic, it's purposeful. Everything we say, we understand who our audience is, how they're going to receive it. Do I need to be persuasive? We need to be professional, appropriate to the situation. Sometimes we may want to be more casual. Sometimes we may want to be more formal. Clear, concise, ethical. In other words, we don't hide the facts. Adaptable. Current with technology, able to work in many different cultures, and most importantly, collaborative. Even when information is going one way, or you think it is really is a two-way process.